Hi everyone, today I am sharing a makeover that I did in our downstairs toilet. So this is how it looked before. It was painted in a light green shade on the walls with cream coloured woodwork, and I wanted to add some interest and some character. So it had been like this for years. And there was also this annoying cupboard that wouldn't open properly because it wasn't framed out properly, so that needed sorting out. My plan was to put up coving in here and also board and batten, but I just really liked it and I hadn't done either of them before, so I thought this was a good opportunity in a small room. And I also wanted to change the tiles as well. My first job was to put up the coving, and I will link to another video that I made recently about this. It added lots of character and it gave me the chance to experiment with it in a small room. It was really tricky, but it has given me the confidence to continue with some coving in other rooms. The next job was to frame out the meter cupboard properly and replace the doors. This made such a difference, and then I could finish off the coving. I didn't film any of it, but the next job I did was to paint the ceiling, which I painted white, and the top half of the walls white as well. I just used brilliant white emulsion, and I use this also on the coving. I wanted to add board and batten, so to save money I bought a large sheet of MDF and I used a jigsaw to cut it into strips using a saw guide. I wanted to change the splashback as well, so I knocked the tiles off, I painted in behind, and then I added a splashback using wooden cladding. I had this left over from a job I did in the sitting room, so I just cut the pieces to size and then attached them again using grab adhesive. I used knotting solution on the cladding first. There seemed to be just tons of knots on it, and then I painted it the same colour as the walls, which was French chic cool beans. It's really interesting because I used the same colour in the sitting room to paint the built-ins, but the colour looks really different in this room. I wanted to add the battens now, so I measured them out as close as I could on the walls, and then I used grab adhesive to fix them, and I checked they were straight with the spirit level. I then caulked and painted all the battens with the same colour. Whilst I was doing this makeover, I noticed that the radiator was looking a bit rusty in places and the paint was peeling. I thought about replacing the radiator, but just to keep the cost down, I thought I would have a go at bringing it back to life myself. I will share a separate video about this with all the steps that I took to renovate the radiator. When I'd finished, I was really happy with how the radiator looked, and I'm glad that I didn't go to the expense of replacing it. To finish off the board and batten, I added a piece of decorative trim to the top. I did paint this before I fixed it, and I was really glad that I did because it meant that I got a really nice neat finish. I also painted the door to this room and added a new door handle, and this is the completed room. I added new ceramic knobs to the cupboards, a vintage style loo roll holder, and a similar vintage towel rail holder as well, and a jute mat for the floor. I didn't film this, but I did knock off the tiles and create this windowsill from a scrap of wood, just because I wanted that nice wooden finish, and I just thought it would tie in with the other wooden elements in the room. I used some window film to disguise the pattern on the glass. I really like the way that this room has come together. It feels really warm now and more inviting, and I just love that it's got a bit more character. If you're not a subscriber, then I'd be very happy if you would subscribe to my channel. I love making home improvements that are doable and affordable. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!